Hey everyone, it's been a long time. It's been a long time. Welcome in, you guys. Okay, I see what's going on there in chat. Nothing but love. What is going on? Wow. You got hit by the hurricane. I've been watching it. It's just insane. I hope you all are safe. Okay, nothing but love. I need to start this out by thanking you. By what are you doing over here? Insane. Thank you for all of those gifted memberships. You guys, everyone, give a round of applause to Nothing But Love for those gifted memberships. And to those that are new, welcome. Cami was gifted. Desi was gifted. Sweet Jenna was gifted. Wow. Danny got you in there. Oh my goodness. Culinary was gifted. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You really have no idea how much that means to me. It does as I sit and try to grow the channel. So thank you. So we could educate others on what is happening in our world, because it's not getting any better and it's not being talked about. I do know and see that groups are being busted out in Tennessee by the Hawkins County area, and they're being busted in groups. And I do see and know that there are many, many, many more that they're going to be busting. I stayed off almost for 2 weeks because I needed to take that break, and it was important to take a break. I mean, for all of us that have been doing this for over 3 years, we know it's not that it gets so exhausting, but for me, the information was coming in so fast that it exhausted my body. And I needed to step away for a little bit in order to come back fresh. And that's what I'm doing here. In today's presentation, I want to get through the whole thing. So it's long. Wait, hold on, you guys. It's long. Wait. Gotta put this sweatshirt on. And wait. Hold on. And it's filled with Summer Moonwell's information, I believe, since the beginning of June 15th, 2021. I have elements that I talked about back then, and I'm going to be reviewing them here as we review the Summer Moonwell's case together. So before I get started, I would like to welcome those that are in chat and my subscribers. Welcome on in. And again, everyone, to Nothing But Love, who has given gifted memberships. Cami, hi. NW Love, Shazam. How are you? Muffin Top, thank you for your patience. I've gotten your emails, and I actually looked at all of them. I've gotten everyone else's emails as well. Desi, welcome in. Sweet Jenna. Danny, got some new ones here, which is amazing. Culinary Cookie, who was also gifted a membership. Amazing. Lita Do, welcome. So obviously everything I do and say here falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, right? This is for educational and entertainment purposes only. That's what we're here for. We're here to help educate and help bring justice to the children to the best of my ability in the way I see it. Many channels out there, see things differently. They see it their way, and that's why there's freedom of speech, and there's hundreds and thousands of channels. So hopefully you'll enjoy what I have to say, and you will see things here that you could bring into your world in order to help bring justice to the children. It's not about the channels that I mention. It's only about the children. I bring elements forward, and today I'm going to bring them forward and show you how they haven't changed. I'm showing this today so the authorities and whoever else is out there that could bust some more people have an open mind to see it. Because it's not like I'm just taking any old, like this here, of Candace's front porch and showing you that there's a hole in the ground covered by that number 5, that this is all I show. I show the same elements over and over and over. I'm going to show you these buckets, how the buckets here haven't changed. They move around in videos. They show up in videos. They're gone. Oh, thank you, Muffin Top. Thank you, guys. This is awesome. But the way that I'm showing it, thank you very much, is to educate. My 2 cents. Welcome on in. So when you see something, you could recognize it. And when you see a video that is focused on particular elements like the chair, the red car, the elements you see here are always in Candace's videos. Because a chair is part of the sacrifice. The buckets are part of the sacrifice. So when you come on in, if you could please take a moment and put your thumbs up and subscribe if you can, would be amazing. So I'm going to start with Summer Moon and show you guys the story is how I psychically see it, and how I use photos and images to tell the story to the best of my ability. When I look at a photo, which I've learned through the last 3+ years, I see the story, and I realize that the story I'm seeing stays the same. So there must be a reason for it. I see it. Hi, TJ. And this is the story of the Summer Moonwell's missing children. These kids are horrifically sacrificed. They go through things that are extremely uncomfortable to talk about. They are put through rituals. They are sold. They're haunted. They go through excruciating pain, sexual assault, anything that you could think of, quadruple it. When you look at a photo like this, a photo like this is placed beneath the photos that you see on the surface, meaning there are deep fakes. So if you're watching a video, this is real. This isn't something I'm coming up with. This is real. It's called the deep dark web. They're placing information beneath the videos that are making millions of money, and they're having millions of views. The videos that get those millions of views in the so-called wonderful looking families on YouTube, like, now when I mention their name, it's not about them, so I'm not saying that they're doing anything to their children, you guys. I have to make that very clear. It's not about them. I use their channels to tell you the story. The LeBron family I use, the Kent family I use, the Van clan I use, the Beeston Bunch I use. There's so many of these same families that I use to pull the information to tell the story. Taylor and Sophie, the Fish fam, the Stewart fam, Travis and Kate, all of them. All of them. The Bella Vogue, whatever, the Bella Logs 2, all of them. They are cookie cutters of the same creator that creates these stories. And I see beneath the story. This here comes from Candace. You see how this child is standing right by this wooden, what we call the wooden logs? Well, I see what they're doing to these sacrifices. I see the poles. I see that they're with animals. It shows to me. So when I say, oh, do you see? Okay? The information that I see, I don't know what you see, right? Because everyone's reality is different in the moment in time. So maybe today I'll see Summer Moon Wells within these poles, just like they've always been, but maybe tomorrow my angels will show me something else. This is the story of Summer Moon Wells, you guys. She's not coming back. There are many, many, many summer moons. These photos that are in the corners, this comes from the corners, is the layer that lays beneath. It's the very lowest layer in the frame. It's the lowest layer in there, you guys. This kind of a video and these kind of photos we have been looking at from Candace's very, very, very first video. These kind of photos haven't stopped. There is no difference between these. You guys, they're the same story. I see the same story. I see it. It is being told over and over and over to me. So the only thing that I could do with this is repeat the story to you. There's nothing more that I am supposed to do. I'm not the law enforcement. I can't do shit with it on that level. But Summer Moon has been presented to us this way, you guys, since June 15th, 2021. She is always within the bars. Always. Candace has shown her daughter within a box, within bars, bruised, beaten. Every time I see the story, it's the same. I don't know why. But for me, it's the truth. It's the truth. Wait 1 second. So, this information goes right back to this. This was presented to us in the beginning, you guys. It showed us that Summer Moon Wells was placed somewhere like this. The elements that you see here are all the same elements that have been shown to us. The little doggy bowl, all of this. But this here are the white pipes. And this here is summer in the pipes. Summer Moon Wells was sacrificed. This was shown to us. You have never seen a photo of Summer looking like this. Why? Because it's beneath the videos. I have hundreds of videos that show how to capture it. You take the video and you just play it the way I show you to play it, stop it in between the frames, and you're going to get the truth. Not always. I didn't know it was there until one day it was captured. Summer Moon Wells to me in this photo is somewhere by Fred Hill's property. I see Fred Hill's property. Now, mind you, maybe Fred Hill's property is a deep fake for a different property. Maybe. But what I'm saying is Fred Hill's property was used in these videos as part of the deep fake. I see this as the location that Ziggy went to. Ziggy went to his property. The colors that I see here are always the same. The purples, the blues, light pink. Summer Moon Wells has these glasses on, and it tells me the story, you guys. It shows and tells us that those glasses that I always point out that Dolly Vision wears may have nothing to do with anything other than it's saying, notice the glasses. There is some sort of technology that they're using that runs through the lenses, that is behind the plexiglass, that now there's technology today, you guys, that just does just that. When I was in those high technology shows that are new in China, I've been to many of those in the last 20 years. It's been around for a long time. It's not new. It's not new. There is no reason this little child should have glasses on, other than it's telling us that the technology is being used to cover up these horrific acts. Look at summer. This is supposed to be summer. I want to know why a photo like this is not being talked about. Why a photo like this could pop up and no one repeats it. Why? Because these are many, many children's faces. Summer Moon Wells Missing Children. I call Summer Moon Wells Missing Children for a reason. By the way, I see all of your ones in chat. Thank you so very much. Anyone that's new, ones means that they agree or see what I see. In the beginning, I didn't know if anyone even saw what I was seeing. They didn't, because I wasn't using pictures. And Muffin Top over there came up with a way to do this. But look at summer. Look at the elements that pop up. Right? How is it that this video here from her vigil could reflect this photo? Why? Because they are telling the same story. They're telling the same story. So this is showing you that this here at Cam and Allie's vigil is nothing more than this. Because this is what she winds up looking like. In the leaves, in the branches, in this sacrifice. It's the same. That is summer that you see right there. There are people that know her story. There are people that understand that the Delphi case, Michael Vaughn, Harmony, Sebastian, the Watts, they all somehow have the same elements and symbols within these trees. The picture to the left is from Summer Moon Wells' property, you guys. That came from Cam and Allie walking the property of the Wells. I don't just go on Google and just pull pictures. The pictures I'm showing you are from the Wells property. When they found the girls in the Delphi case, to me, it's a slam dunker. It's a slam dunker. These are the same. Anytime you see the videos, well, I shouldn't say that. Anytime that I see the videos that are talking about the children, it shows me the story of the children. Ziggy, when Ziggy went to Fred Hill's property, I see what they're doing to these children. Now, when I say Summer Moon, there's many children that fall under. Summer Moon is one of the children that became the focal point. The people that are involved have children with no name that are missing, gone, taken. They don't get justice and they're not talked about. they're in poverty, they're disabled, they have Down syndrome, they were children of parents that sold them for drugs. Whatever it is, I call them the Summer Moon Wells children. This was a video, for those that don't know, that Ziggy put out in the beginning, and she went to, allegedly, to Fred Hill's property. Fred Hill has been thrown in jail for other things. He is very much an active character in this situation. That's the only way I could put it. He's like an active character, right? When you look at this here, these children are sacrificed for the resurrection. And it tells me that they are placed back within the earth, pieces of them, you guys. And there is a process that they follow. And this thing right here, let me show you. This thing right here, like, wait, let me first show you one thing. This here, let me blow this up. Now, as crazy as this might sound, tree trunks and all of that are part of the missing children story. Now, until someone comes forward and tells the truth, we won't know. This to me is a person in this contraction. This is the bucket that I follow, that I have been following for over 3 years, starting at the Wells property. So that's the bucket that showed up in the interview with Robin. This bucket, the one with the cap, and whatever the shit this is, I follow because I see that it comes from under the ground. I see that they place this beneath the ground. These buckets are gone under the ground. And in this video that Ziggy does, this bucket, and this bucket move. They move. No one's moving them that we see, but these buckets move. They're coming up from the water or the ground, and they're moving. This is all from the same video. This is the bucket. They're moving it throughout the video. So the authorities, they don't say or do anything about this stuff. But this bucket gets pulled up from the river and moves across property. So I'm not saying that, yes, it's sitting on Fred Hill's property. What I'm telling you is this is how shit moves. This is how they are moving these pieces of a human being. Right there. This is what is on Ziggy's video. And this here winds up moving. It shouldn't be moving, because that thing winds up over here by the tree trunk. By the tree trunk. Fred Hill's videos have been used and activated and used as a vehicle by many other creators. What you're looking at here, you guys, is a hole in the ground. This has been, it gets lifted up and put down. It's lifted up and put down. This is a process that people know about. The river is used. The water is used. Pulleys are used. The underground railroad. The underground, whatever they use to pull from underground. You can't see it from above the ground. You can't detect it. You can't see it. But this vehicle here, these, what do you want to call them, like highways of bringing this shit back and forth, is real. And it's in Tennessee. It is in Tennessee. This, to me, is the vehicle to moving the just gone kids. She was just gone. Every time I hear just gone, I'm like, you motherfuckers, because they are just gone. They're like pulled under the ground. They're taken that way. They're not placed in a car and they drive away. No, they're not. It's a system that cannot be detected from a drone above. What you're looking at, again, these are videos of the wells. They're underground systems. You may just be looking at a freaking green thing, but I know what I'm looking at. I know what I'm looking at. This is an underground system that is run through Tennessee. These are boxes, like what you see here. The plexiglass box. Just like Summer was taken in, you guys. She went in one of these boxes. Why? How do you think we got a picture of her in the car? In a box. She's in a box, you guys. Every character, I'm going to call them, that I follow, Benny, Ernie, they show boxes. You guys, the Delphi case and the, oh my God, my mind is, the Idaho 4, same thing. This little girl, who we call Summer, is in a box. How is it that no one sees that? I don't know, because I don't know what they see. But these are systems that work. You can't get to them unless someone brings you there. But this isn't a child laying on milk cartons in a car, you guys. I call them fake cars. Fake cars. It shows because I only follow the same people over and over and over. When I pull kooky pictures like this, it's because these are the boxes underground. These are the boxes that I say are under here. So when I look at a picture like this, I see what's under here. So I see that what's under the ground is maroon. It's closed like a cage. This comes from Summer Moon Wells's Candace's video. And I know it's a brick. I know what you guys are all looking at, but there is a system that runs through Ben Hill Road. There's a system that runs through that whole area, is what I'm saying. So when I see something like this, I see the system where it runs through. I see it clairvoyantly. I see these dark black trucks. I see them moving across the Wells property in the back. I see that this system has been secured and it has been protected for years. Years. And I hear the east and the west. I hear that there's a fight between the two sides. They're fighting for the property to make it stronger. And there are sacrifices that are being made for the good of the earth. It's a system, you guys. And I hear it's just between here and there. It's like the west side, the east side. That's what I know. And there's an argument down by the riverside, down by the stream. They're arguing about that. There's a safe zone. Something's happening with the property. Something has happened with Jody Sue Brown's, the Wells, Fred Hills, like whoever is over there on Beach Creek, that's their haven. That's their haven. That's their haven. And there's these little boxes. This is Ryan Upchurch also gives me amazing information. But when I tell you that the property is being chainsawed and there's stuff being put within the earth for the resurrection, that's what I see. And then they dig them up. And they're doing this, whatever this is, to create this is all just a reading. I may be completely fucking wrong. I don't know. I don't care. I just say it. This might be wrong. This might be right. I don't know. I don't even practice before I come on. They're trying to strengthen roots. They're trying to strengthen their trees, the roots of the trees, to keep their land solid. There's these little gigabytes. There's these little pieces like this. Little pieces like this that I don't know much about, but they're real. And when I say that these people are beneath the ground and they go into these sacred areas, they look like this. You guys, I pull this stuff only from the families that I follow. It's not as if I just pull it. This is from the fishermen. The fishermen. Most of these are from the fishermen. It's from the Wells. It's from Ryan Finding Truth. It's from Cracking Cases. It's from Ryan Upchurch. It's from only the people that I follow. But each and every one of these photos are the same. So every time I go and grab these photos, they're the same. It's these number 5 boxes. This is underground. It is protected by the people that are placing this beneath the deep fake. You know, it's going to take time for people to even talk. It's uncomfortable to talk about. You don't want to hear about that. It's like walking in the streets and someone is, chanting, they're taking body parts and blah, blah, blah. You're like, oh my God, what are they doing? It's uncomfortable. But these exist. You see, they exist. They look a little funky, but the blackness is underground. I look at this picture and I see a child that is not the exact same child that we always saw in photos. This child is a different child. I see that our Candace has other children that were protected, and then others that weren't. This child is not the same child that's in the photos that I look at. So what does that mean? It means that I see a whole different spirit. I see a photo here that is very different Candace and a very different summer moon. I don't see any familiar feeling of this little child. There are other summer moons that have been protected, and then there are summer moons that have been sacrificed. You guys, this network is very complicated, but let me tell you that the channels that are protecting it are on YouTube. Those channels are making so much money and having millions of views because it's a network. The children look just like this. Who's underneath a summer moon wells are children that they call broken. They go somewhere else. There's levels that I see. There are many different Candace's faces, you guys. There's not just one face. And you know how I brought up carousels and carnivals? I see this as underground. I see a carousel. I see something that the children go on, but it's not like they're doing this in the middle of a fair. It is a vehicle. It's a vehicle to take the children. This is nothing more than a vehicle. These children are taken and they like sit on rides like this. They go, let me show you. When they're just gone, let me show you an example. They would be taken underground. So what you're looking at here, let me zoom into this. When I say they're taken and they go underground and they're gone, it would be in a situation like this. Crop in. This here let's just imagine this is just a hole in the ground under the ride, which takes these children to the underground horror. I see this as a vehicle and a way to take the children. I see this as a house with the triangular front, like I always do. And it disappears underground and nobody sees it go. Nobody is aware that it happened. So my angels, who help me tell the story, match my elements that allow me to tell the story, right? So let me take the brightness out of this and show you what I mean. I always say it's a triangular house. Triangular house. This is what's popping up from the ground. So psychically and spiritually, I would tell you that these pop up in areas like a carnival and they take the children. No one sees it happen. Nobody sees it happen. They are just gone. Gone. That's how they say it. And that is the truth, you guys. They're taken and gone. This is from Robert Vaughn's drawings. I have a whole thing on it. These little houses that take the children underground and they're placed within the earth for the resurrection. This is it's the house. So they each have their own box and they're placed within the earth. You see, all I'm doing is telling you a story that I see spiritually. And I see these children screaming for justice, screaming for justice. I hear them screaming for justice. This is Robert Vaughn's diagram. I have many videos on it, you guys. Many videos on these little boxes. So anytime that I am going to show, where they go, this is the shape of it. It doesn't change. Doesn't change. So they are taken and they're just gone. Gone. Underground. Are you going to find them in a well? No. Does this kind of a system help move these children? Absolutely. Absolutely. They move through it. They move them. This is all from groups that I follow. The Wells property. The Wells property is like a hub. And that's all I know, that it's a hub. It's a main entrance. These are main entrances. I can't understand why this hasn't been looked into. The same video, the bottom left-hand corner, has the same equipment that pops up at Fred Hill's place in Ziggy's video. This video, many videos, in one frame, you have this crazy looking shit in front of the Wells house. And then in the next frame, very next frame, no one's moved anything, you guys. It's in with seconds. The stuff is gone. Those red and maroon and those boxes, they show up. They show up. But can't anyone really see? Is it that no one could see that this same information gets moved? It's there, it's gone. It's in all the people that are associated with this group show all the same boxes. And the refrigerator. It's baffling to me. The refrigerator. It's baffling to me. People's faces, I see many different faces within one frame. And to me, they all look like Brian Laundrie's father. And Ryan Upchurch's videos, also to me, I see the rituals. Obviously, it's not happening to him, but I see the rituals. And it always goes back to the eyeball. This is what the children get placed through. I do believe that the information that gets placed underneath these family videos, they show faces that shouldn't be there. So why aren't they being looked into? These are not the faces of the Beeson Bunch. They don't belong there. But these faces match other faces that I have found in other videos. So these faces that just pop up behind the Beeson Bunch face are faces that pop up in other people's videos. I have them. That's what's called what's beneath the deep fake. they pop up in the Idaho 4. This is the Beeston Bunch. And what I'm saying is this boy's face here, right here, pops up in the Idaho 4. And that's not the Beeston Bunch. It's not supposed to be there. Nor is the one to the right. This dude. But I've seen him before. These two faces show up other places. They don't belong here. They don't belong. Just like Brian Kohlberger, I was going to say laundry. How is it that his face changes? In Plunder's videos. Plunder's videos show a lot of information. So when I say to you there are different faces beneath the deep fake, sometimes you could see them. And sometimes only I could see them. This is never talked about. This will never be talked about. Who the fuck is that guy? But you guys, the faces that pop up are similar. You understand? They're similar to other faces. Like this. Benny. This isn't Benny. This is a Benny we don't know about. This is the Benny that I would rather speak to. This is the Benny of importance. Not the Benny, goofy Benny. This Benny. The one that lies beneath the deep fake. The one that lies here in Ryan Upchurch's video to the right, but yet matches the Idaho 4 guy that pops up. That's the same guy that pops up in Molly Golightly's videos. Who is that guy? That's not Ryan. And that guy to the left matches photos. Brian Kohlberger's father. His face, that's supposed to be someone else. I don't know if that's JLR, but the one to the right is supposed to be Ryan Upchurch. You guys, the faces that lie beneath the deep fake are urgent to look at. Urgent. I cannot say it any louder. Nobody talks about it. This Kathy was allegedly, I believe this is the Kathy that's friends with Candace, that was in the Sebastian case and in Riley Strains. She's been in the news several times. Very close friends with Candace. Why isn't this being looked into? This is a picture on her YouTube channel. Needs to be looked at. Ziggy. Ziggy is the one who brought me much information, but Fred Hill. And I receive messages through Ziggy's videos often. And all I can say is Ziggy has a lot of shit in there, and what you see, it shows me the elements of the equipment more than the children. Like this stuff is real. And it needs to be looked at. Summer Moon Wells case, and all of Summer Moon Wells cases, reminded me so much of the BTK killer case and John Wayne Gacy and that new one that I went to his house. Oh, you guys, I have a certain smell that I smell. There's like a powdery smell. It's very strong. This is the BTK's drawing. When I see his drawing, I see that he placed victims underground the same way Summer Moon Wells cases are placed underground. Like this. This here, to me, is the same as the BTK killer. Because when we go underground with these fake cars, it shows me what's under there. And I would tell you, it's the boxes, the number 5 boxes. This here is not a fucking car that I see. Maybe it is. It's in a car. But it shows me the most important information, which is in the window. Benny always has this in the window. This. This shows us what's underground the same way as the BTK killer does. He is showing where his victims are. He shows it. Right here. Same way as Benny's videos do. Always do. It's that number 5 box, you guys. Never changes. Those number 5 boxes are the maroon, the white, the green, the red. They're these that are in Candace's videos, in Gabby Petito's, in Kylie Rodney's. This is all the same. BTK killer is no different. No different. No different. This is underground. His victims are underground. These are boxes that we're looking at, and they're in his diagrams the same as John Wayne Gacy and that Rex guy. If the elements would be accepted and they would be talked about, and just understood, is Benny Keys involved? I have no idea, Charlie. No idea, because I don't know who he is. I see Benny as different faces, as different people. So to me, he represents people that are involved. I don't know who he is. I don't know. But his videos give me incredible insight for me to show you guys the story. Like this. This comes from, like I said, Robert Vaughn. Now, maybe I should pull up a little bit of Robert Vaughn, because not everyone, just to give you, Robert Vaughn built, now, obviously, all allegedly, but Robert Vaughn, to me, built the blueprint. He built these houses. Like, this is Robert Vaughn, Bob Vaughn. And he built this. I have several videos, that show all the elements. There's right there is the cylinder that goes underground. Everything that I show, every element, every detail is in Robert Vaughn's video. Let me break this up. So when I say these, whatever these are, go underground and they're in cylinders, they match whatever Robert Vaughn has shown me in his videos. Those are cylinders. His videos are really important because it tells a story. And his drawings help show where they place these things. His drawings are very particular, and they show how they're placed for the resurrection. Whatever they're creating gets placed within the earth. And this is after whatever they're doing with these children. Those little things have been shown to me by him in his workshop. So I have been showing a lot of things, but it is very important for me to clarify that it all comes back to the same story, to the same elements. All the same elements. Here it is. Okay, here it is. Here's the houses. He has these drawings. All these drawings of placement. The Amber Hagerman. Amber Hagerman was the one that was named after, Amber Alert was named after Amber Hagerman. She has drawings just like this. She has them. And it shows, like, what's happening with Amber Hagerman. It shows. But it is not being discussed. There you have it. It is scientifically done. It is scientifically done. So if in fact you've been following me, you'll see that. When you see, and I've shown Jody Sue Brown's drawings of the map that shows their property, these are the kind of symbols that are on her map. These symbols. You could lay it out. Here's the heads. These are pieces of the sacrifice. Just like Michael Vaughn. His head was just like this. So Robert Vaughn shows all of what I'm talking about. There's the little house in the littlest, see, it's right there in the littlest box. It's telling me the story. So truthfully, I have no freaking idea what you guys see, but I know I see the story. I know that this helps me tell you the story. These are all the little pieces that I'm showing you. So that's just a little something for those that don't know what I'm talking about. And then these drawings that come from friends of the Wells, they take body parts. They take the heart, they take body parts. This underground system looks like this. Looks just like what I just showed you of Robert Vaughn's pieces. But this comes from, I want to say, I don't know. I think this comes from one of Don Wells's friends. But the equipment is sophisticated. You guys, there's money behind it, but this is what it looks like underground. I've shown this exact, this is supposed to be a car. It's not a car. They're the boxes. Up close and personal. These people are placed in these boxes. This isn't fake. This comes from a video. There's the green, there's the maroon, the white, the red, and the green. Those are the boxes that were first then shown to me by Kylie Rodney's video. She is standing with her boyfriend at the water, standing on these exact boxes. The one all the way to the right up on top is a moving box with the maroon trim. What I can't tell you is this is underground. And the one to the right matches the equipment to the left, and the one to the right is Candace's video from the 4th of July. I have a whole thing on the 4th of July from underground, and they're sacrificing someone. That's the equipment that Candace shows. It's a match. It's a match, you guys. It's the same thing. These are the crazy lights that I show inside these fake cars. Maroon, the green, the white, the red. This is what I've been showing. I do not think it would be that complicated. Tim Mullins showed us a video that basically matched the BTK killer's drawings of this. What I need you guys to understand is when things and items that I call elements disappear, there's a reason. Why? Because they were deep faked into the video. See that in the middle? These are all different. That is not the same, but it's giving messages, it's giving letters, it's giving information written right on the wall. This little house that has a triangular roof, yeah, Tim Mullins, oh yeah. It's not that it's only missing, but there's words. There is a heart, there's JM, and there's letters that the authorities could figure out what it says. It's not like, oh, it's just different coloring. It says off something that says something. So, why? Right? On the wall here is a triangular roof between the silo and the barn, just like the BTK killer draws. Here is telling you a message. These are words. That is a heart. This is very important information. And Tim Mullins always has information like this. The green thing is not here, but it's there. That's a bucket that I follow. We follow these things. You guys, we follow them. The barn changes. Elements disappear. Just like the children disappear. These are the elements I call of importance. These are Tim Mullins' videos. These are packages that are being either sold, hidden, dug out, dug in. They're moving. They're moving pieces. Moving. Dolly Vision shows it so clearly. His moving pieces in the fake car so clearly. As well as Ernie so clearly. They're always showing what's behind the plexiglass. They are consistently showing between Benny Keys, Dolly Vision, JLR, Ernie. These are elements that don't change. And guess what? They're the same as the Idaho 4. This same information is shown in the Idaho 4 videos. You guys, it is so clear to me. It is so clear. And those that have been here, those that have not, do your homework. Watch some of my videos. Watch the videos. And you'll see this here. Let me brighten it up a little. This here is Ernie's. This is his telephone. Ernie's telephone has this in it. That is the same information that I show over and over and over. It is almost completely identical to the Idaho 4 video that was released. Let me see if I have it in here. Let's see if I have one of those pictures. Come on, come on. Wait. Shocked that I don't. Wait, I'm just looking. It's very large. Oh. Here's the Idaho 4. Here's a little bit of it. This video. It's the same thing. So, this dude, Dolly, has so much in the background of his videos that show me information to speak to you guys about, right? They're moving boxes. This is a Benny's. It's what's beneath the fake car. There is a railroad system that is being hidden and it's being protected. And anytime these YouTubers show videos, it's as if the camera is below them and they're looking completely down. He has his camera in his hand, but yet the video is below it, as if there's another camera of a camera of a camera of a camera. So the camera is videotaping the camera. You see what I'm saying? He doesn't have that in his car, but yet we have video of it. See what I'm saying? You will find that in every video that is in a fake car, that they're videos of the video. So here, in order to get this, Benny has to have a camera videotaping himself. Beneath, just like what you see to the left. He's looking down, beyond the camera that we see. And that's how it goes. in all these guys' videos. These are Benny's and Dolly's. They show the same information, the exact same information. And these are not cars, you guys. These are boxes. It's not a car because video doesn't change. These are elements that I follow. This here is underground, and this is part of what goes on at a ritual. And it is sick shit. And Tim Mullen and Candace show the entranceway. I truly, in my heart and soul, see a vehicle that leads to the entranceway. I still see that they are involved and it is being protected. And Tim Mullen's videos and Candace's videos over and over and over give me the same information. Yes, they're portals. They're portals. Jody Sue Brown shows the same information to me. There are different hands or fingers that evolve and come forth beneath the deep fake. And they're always showing the same symbols, the same movement. The fingers are demented, they are cut, they're broken, they're half fingers, they're placed on wrong, they look this way. Jody Sue Brown's videos are the same. Simon, Quentin Simon. The little girl in the middle has the same thing in her hand as Madeline McCain. And these little things show up on Jody Sue Brown all the time. Madeline McCain is one of these children. She is. She has the same information. The same story. The same photos. When I look at Madeline McCain's videos with her parents, these boxes are throughout her videos. That little box there is a box between the frame. Madeline McCain is a Summer Moonwell's child. She has not gotten her justice, nothing. But she went through a horrific sacrifice. Horrific. And I don't think they're ever going to catch the person unless someone comes forth and tells the truth. They would have to come forward and tell the truth. But these photos tell me that she did not go alone. just like Summer, you guys. She wasn't alone. So Quentin Simon has that thing in his ear, and same as Lori Vallow actually shows it as well. This gal, I follow her family, and she gives me the information that is within these tunnels, and the equipment, and it matches the JonBenet Ramsey, the Kylie Rodney. This is what the box, this is JonBenet Ramsey. This is the box that's surrounded by plexiglass. And it's the same box that shows in that Check It TV. He shows the same thing. These are critical pieces of elements that are not talked about. I mean, how is it that a JonBenet Ramsey's picture like this is never discussed, and it's never even discussed in any documentaries? This box are pieces of a sacrifice. Pieces. Seriously? It's exactly what it looks like. And Check It TV shows it exactly the same way in his videos. Let me brighten it up a little. So any of the stories that I've covered, this is straight from Molly Golightly's video. You guys, it's showing what's behind the wall of a wall and where this goes. That is a plexiglass, and that is a hole in the ground. Molly Golightly shows it very well. You can turn this way. I'm going to show you how it shows a person in here. Let me turn it and show you what's in the wall. I've showed you this with the guy who was constructing the house, how he had a little boy in there. That is this turned. See? That's a person. That's a hole, and that's the underground. And that is a wall within a closet. There are ways that they get them here. It's with these houses that everyone keeps building. I believe that these houses are just vehicles. Like you said, they're portals. And we see much of it here. They go underground, and they wind up back in nature, you guys. And there is a common, like, character. I don't know what else to call it, but character. And I find them in many of the videos that I review. And this stays consistent. This is a torture. What you see to the left is an eyeball, and what you see to the right is a hand. What they showed us in Kylie Rodney's car, that little thing, I believe, is very valuable and precious. And these are just part of whatever they're doing. They're elements to watch for. Summer Moon Wells Vigil. It's not just a vigil they're showing. I see so much more. I see a sacrifice. There's so much pain. See the color that she's in? You see those colors? Those are the colors of summer. Those are summer's colors. That child is a Summer Moon Wells child. This is a Summer Moon Wells child. And the truth, you guys, is pretty much right in front of us. It is. It's right in front of us. You just open these pictures up, take a deep breath and look. This person has gone through horrible pain, horrible sacrifice, as well as this person who is at, allegedly, Summer's vigil. This isn't correct. But these are the things that hundreds and thousands of people are recognizing these cases, and they're looking at these videos and they're watching, but they could be staring right at this stuff, and because your brain isn't going to wrap around the fact that that's a child, you're not going to see it. Ethan, the Idaho 4. He was sacrificed. This is him. This comes from his picture. I got this from his Instagram. This is insane that, I mean, does this look like someone who's having fun on a Sunday afternoon? No. The Madeleine McCann that came forward and said she was Madeleine McCann, I believe that she was someone and she escaped and they had to cover it up. But all of her information is pretty much the same as what I'm showing you. She matched the elements. And these little babies, they do to these babies is, man, it's terrible. This is Summer's box. And what's to the left comes from Dolly Vision's video. There is a pandemic that has hit, and for some reason it's just not being recognized, and it doesn't want to be talked about, and it doesn't want to be found. It wants to stay a silent killer. It wants to stay silent. But whatever this is, isn't being talked about. It's very sad. This is very sad to me. It is exhausting to talk about because it does suck up the energy. But this is not being looked at. Like, that is not a car to the left. She's supposed to be walking into her van. That is not a van. This is what I captured from between, let me turn this, between the frames. So I turn it, and what I see, like Muffin said, is a portal. That's what that is. See that V? See that V with like that V right there is that is what Tim Mullen is holding. That is the V of importance. And that's the V that is in Robert Vaughn's videos. That right there. And it has a head coming out of it, like the tree trunk. Show you. Grab the tree trunk. That might as well be Fred Hill's property, this thing. So these are sacrifices. Sacrifices. And that is allegedly Benny with his son. Going out to the water is a big deal. Just like this, going to the water, getting put into the water, getting sacrificed in the water is a big deal. And this light, this V-like shape speaks to me. Speaks to me. Kylie Rodney's case gave me a lot of information, right? I mean, here's Summer. And what you see to the right, it comes from that guy now who's always with the diver who's always with Ryan Finding Truth. But these children can be found if somebody comes forward. Somebody that is willing to bust this open. To do something about this. That's the neck that's found in a lot of the Beast and Bunch and Kent's videos. As if the neck was fake. Underground. This matches Robert Vaughn's information. That's Kaylee Anthony. Right there to the left. The same kind of a photo. Where are you going? Okay. Look really closely to the one all the way to the right. I'm actually going to blow it up for you so you could see it. 1 second. Here it comes. You could see the hand that is reaching inside. You point it out. This here is what Robert Vaughn's video shows. This. It's a stretched out arm. These are stretched out. This is beneath the surface. Like beneath. I get a feeling like a bridge. Like I get that this is metal. Like it's metal and it's stuck in a bridge like. And this is exactly what I showed you. Let me put Robert Vaughn again. What Robert Vaughn was doing. See these hands? This. You know, Sebastian's parents were holding a little thing like this, and this video disappeared. This video, they were holding these little elements in their hands during the interview, by the way. This is Sebastian's parents, and it really, I don't understand how it disappeared. It's just, I just saw that here, so just disappeared. And that's Sebastian's parents. Okay, so that is this. Robert Vaughn. And that little thing, see Don's Don's, let me get that Robert Vaughn one again. Whatever Don is doing there, he has one of these little guys too in the white thing. They're just all the same. And this little boy is behind a plexiglass being sacrificed. Andrew Hilt has a bunch of photos that have been deleted from social media. These should have been investigated. He has the same zip tie on his neck as the Idaho 4 had on their arms. This is Andrew Hilt, a very, very disturbing picture. But let me tell you something, it isn't looked into. There is I don't know if that's his son, I don't know, but these are two separate kids, and those are zip ties. They're zip ties. And what is on his neck with the zip tie is the heart. See that maroon heart? Look at this child. These were deleted. But he shows really big elements. Candace, back to Candace. I believe that that is a maroon box. Like, I see their property as an entranceway. I see Beach Creek as an entranceway. Like this. That's an entranceway. That's underground. Like what you see here. These are entranceways. Summer moon. These two, so what I meant when I said that is not the summer moon that I know of, these two also are different summer moons. Their energy and their age is not the same. This summer moon, these two summer moons are not, they're not this summer moon. No way. No way. This summer moon, that person to the left is like 11-year-old. These are different children. Different children. This situation here is showing the same thing, almost as if they're the same location. So they're both showing in the background where these elements are. Like, they're both showing. Let me show you. Let me grab it down here. They're both showing, I know I have it down here, but wait. A situation like this, which is in the fake cars. and they're the same. And that's not a car. I am quite certain that these videos are being taped from below. They're always looking down, and they're in these underground boxes. Don Wells was in it too. They're filming from below. All of these are filming from below. Their camera angles, they're not coming from their phone. They're being filmed. This was called The Knife. Showed this a few years back. And I just say that this is part of what's underground. This is part of the railroad system. And this video showed a tremendous amount of truth. It showed pieces that match up to the elements. John Wayne Gacy, Amber Hagerman. Same information. Same information. The knife video to the left is the maroon, the green, the white, number 5 boxes, just as Benny shows to the right, to the left and to the right. It's the little cylinder. As this is. So what you're looking at here is from the fisherman, showing the same number 5 maroons, whites, reds, whatever you want to call them, boxes. They're the same element, you guys. It's just being shown with a different deep fake on top and with a different creator. That's all. But there isn't anything different about the element or the information. It's the same. Here's the green. Let me grab it. Copy. It's the same tower. And Molly Golightly is showing the same cylinder as the fisherman. These are important pieces, and a lot of people won't recognize it and see it because it's so foreign, right? It's foreign to you, so you're not gonna really notice it, because why would you? They're counting on you not to notice this. They're counting on you not to see all this. But you have to see that these videos and the creators have the same information beneath their deep fake. It is not easy to notice. But years and years and years ago, these guys created the cookie cutters. I call it the cookie cutters. And when you see the particular channels discussing Summer Moon Wells case and all the other cases, I want you to recognize the elements. This one is from Ryan Upchurch's mother, but that girl's showing it. The number 5 is a solid element. This is all within this guy's video about the knives. What you see to the left is the guy's video that shows the knives, and what you see to the right is Benny Keys. Benny Keys shows this same thing quite often. What you see to the right are these videos I found. I don't know if they're John Wayne Gacy's. I don't know if they're like a Murdoch thing, but they're disgusting. And they have these live videos from the basements, and they're horrible. I've sent them in and no one's done anything about it, but they hold the same elements and they're doing horrible acts. Molly, that little thing that you see to the right is going into someone's eyeball, just like what Molly's doing. This here is an eyeball. I'll try to change the color. This is an eyeball. This goes into the eyeball. That's what Molly's doing here. It's an eyeball thing. Let's see if I could change the coloring. Oh yeah, here. Here you might be able to see the eyeball better. So here you could see the white of the eyeball. See? That's going in the eyeball. Oh, here. So this is part of the sacrifice. See the eye? This is in the hospital. This is the baby. The fetus, the baby. I'm not saying they're doing it here, but I'm uncomfortable with it. And this here, this here shows the same elements. Wait. As this. Wait, what the heck? Okay. This and that. Again, these are Ryan Upchurch's sunglasses, which shows sacrifice. I think what I'm going to do is I have to stop it here because my energy level, what happens, you guys, is it gets sucked out. Let me see what we have here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark this as part 1 and then come back to do part 2 because I see this as a very, very critical presentation. I hope that this is making a difference. I will come back tonight to do part 2. I just need to re-energize myself. It's not easy because I'm reading. Oh my goodness. I'm reading you these videos. So I'll be back. I'm going to mark this part 1. Thank you all for joining. Please come back when you see me come live. And thank you, Nothing But Love and Muffin Top, for gifting all of those memberships. Amazing. Okay, I will be back. Yes, I'm going to go take probably a nap. All right, I'll see you guys later. Bye.